Hi, everybody. Dr. Limster here. I hope that you are doing well. The purpose of this video is to do a walkthrough of the Topic 5 assignment, which is our restoration pamphlet. So a couple of quick things here. You can create a pamphlet any way you would like. You can use Canva, you can use Microsoft Word, or you can use Publisher or any other platform that you're comfortable with. I did create a template though that you're welcome to use, and it's through Canva. So here's the link here, and I'll show you in just a second what that template looks like. It is really important if you decide to use my template that you make a copy of it before you start changing it. Because if you don't, and I've seen it happen in the past, if you don't make a copy before you start changing it, you're probably going to overwrite somebody else's work, and so you're going to be deleting another student's work. So I have the directions here, but I'll show you how to do it. But essentially, you can create a copy by going to your home page in Canva. Then you click the three dots on the template and then choose Make a Copy. There is a screenshot for you at the bottom here to show what that looks like, how to make a copy of that. So super important. Again, you're welcome to make your own pamphlet, but I already have one created and you're welcome to use it and change it and make it your own. You just got to make a copy first. Okay. So what we are doing in this pamphlet is you are given 7 different scenarios here. You can read through each of the scenarios, and then I put information for you in italics on why this might be an issue. That's feedback I've gotten from students in the past. They've said, I can see the options, but it's not really clear to me why that option is an issue or why it's a problem. So I did try to add some more context to help you out there. So read through these and then decide which one you would like to focus on. Once you have your issue selected, and by the way, plastic pollution is not an option, so please no pamphlets or brochures on plastic pollution. You're going to talk about what the issue is and why it's an issue. You are then going to research a restoration method or a mitigation strategy that scientists or governments or organizations are using to help sort of decrease that issue. You're going to talk about the restoration method that you selected and why it would be the best. It's important to include 2 examples of how that particular strategy has worked in other situations that are similar, and it has to be from peer-reviewed sources. And I'm going to show you an example of that. Then we need to describe the total time frame to complete the restoration plan. Make sure to include short and long-term objectives. And then we're going to talk about what the end goal is for the restoration project. There is a rubric with this assignment, so please make sure that you view the rubric before you actually submit the assignment. Please use the rubric, as a self-check to make sure that you covered everything correctly before you hand it in. Okay, and because it's a brochure, we don't expect APA style. It's not an essay or a paper, but as always, solid academic writing is expected. Your in-text citations and your documentation of sources should be presented using APA format. And you can find those guidelines in the Student Success Center. Okay, so again, this screenshot down here is how to make a copy of the pamphlet template if you choose to use it. Okay, so let me come to the Canvas screen. Let me stop sharing just for 1 second. So I'm going to share with you in Canva what the pamphlet looks like and how you can use it if you are going to use the one I've already created. Okay, so for my example here, I have chosen the increase in farming and how it creates biodiversity loss issues. Because what typically tends to happen is in order to make room for farming, they need to cut down the ecosystem or trim it down. And so they are essentially altering the ecosystem to make way for the farming. So here I have a clear description on why this is a particular issue. Then I lead into the restoration method. So this is ecological restoration plantations for this particular issue. I explain why it would be best. I have example 1 and example 2 from a peer-reviewed source for each of those. So just showing how this restoration strategy has been used in similar situations. Then on my next page, I have the overall end goal, including the sub goal. This is part of the rubric, so make sure we're not missing that there. The total time frame and including short and long-term objectives. Then I've got my references here in APA format. Now, normally we need to have a hanging indent, like for these here, but I don't want you to worry about trying to scoot these over, scooting these over to make that hanging indent. That is okay. One thing I do see here, so this is the name of the journal, so this should be italicized, and then the volume should be italicized. Just want to check the other ones. Okay, so if you are going to use this template, like I said, the very first thing that I'll need you to do is go home here. And then you're going to click on the 3 dots, and then you're going to make a copy. And that should lead it to something that says copy of ... or it might say copy of copy. I'm not sure how it will look for you. So that is how you kind of get to where you can make a copy of it, so you're not overwriting somebody else's work. If you are using this template, let me just show you a couple of quick things. So what I would do here is come here and then add my text here for my title. So all you have to do is just, copy right over it. I can delete this here and just start typing over it. So that's a way that you can just, click in any of these boxes and type over what I have. To replace the pictures, so, I don't want you to use the same things I have. So I'm just going to come here and just hit delete, and it's going to get rid of that picture. And then I'll come to elements and I'll type in maybe something like, I'll just put farm. So I'm going to do see all so I can see everything that's available. Now, these images are free if they do not have the pro sign on the bottom. So for example, this one doesn't have the pro sign. So if I click on that, I can drag it in. The other option is to double click it and it'll pop up there as well. And then you can come here and you can resize it, however you would like that. So you're just looking, I don't want you to spend money on Canva. So you're just looking for the ones that do not have the pro sign on there. And that's pretty much it. You can, take out any images that you have. You can delete this. You can move the, if I wanted to swap these, I could just kind of move them around like that. It's pretty easy to use if you haven't used Canva before. And if you have used Canva before, then you're probably really familiar with this process. And then when I'm ready to submit it, I'm just going to click share. And then you're going to click download. And then I guess you can leave it. It says that this one is the best to submit it. I think that's fine. You can play around maybe with some of these if you would like to. So maybe like PDF standard, just see what works best for you and see how you can submit the whole thing as one whole. Because sometimes what happens is students have to submit it as like 5 different parts, and it's a lot for me to keep opening different things. So whichever one of these works, works best here, just try to get it all in one deliverable, and you're going to submit that deliverable to the Dropbox. Alrighty, I think that's pretty much that for this assignment. So if you have any concerns about using Canva or how you're going to make your pamphlet, just let me know. I'd be happy to walk through and help you with that. Okay, take care. God bless you.